And talking about a trip that could change your life, you could be making your way to the auditions for Presenter Search on 3, whose auditions start this coming weekend in Port Elizabeth. And you want to be there because, you know what, this could be your dream come true. This could be the result of you being on national television every single day.
Just like we are.
Exactly, just like Zoe. And yeah, this could be the start of your dream. So make sure that you get yourself prepped, get all the notes together in your head, do your walk in front of the mirror at home.
From point A to point B.
All of those things.
And watch yourself. Don't be shy to actually watch yourself before you do it.
You don't have to add this part, of course.
I love it, man.
Oh, yes.
But if you want to, you can.
Don't hold a pen, please. Do not hold a pen, but make sure you get down to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Registration is free. Get down there. There are going to be thousands of people there. So get in early if you can, but we'll have details throughout the day, so stay tuned.
Whatever you do not do this. Anyway, let's get the day underway and check out the temperatures all around the city.
Don't hold the pen. Don't hold the pen.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large and in charge on this Wednesday morning. Listen, if you haven't heard yet, this weekend is a big one. You've got to make your way to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in Port Elizabeth on the 25th of March. 8 o'clock in the morning, registration starts. What am I talking about? Presenter Search on 3, your chance to be the TV star you've always wanted to be. You've got to be there so that you can enjoy the fun and excitement and all the elements that are going to be forming part of the auditions. And the cool thing, MCCAFE is the headline sponsor, so while you're waiting in those long queues, they'll be making it even more bearable for you by providing you with delicious MCCAFE coffee and treats for you to
just
enjoy.
Like us. Just like us. Now, all you have to do is arrive at the venue and register at the gate. And if you've ever dreamed of being on TV, then this is your shot.
Yeah.
You only get one shot. I was going to do that thing of Eminem.
Go
didn't
for
work
it.
out. You can also visit presentersearchon3.com for all of the audition details and, of course, a list of venues for a city near you.
And whatever you do, don't do this. It comes as like a T's and C's at the end of every one of these.
Yeah, T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You know what? It's also a very big weekend. There's been much talk and much hype around the Presenter Search on 3 auditions taking place. They're officially kicking off this weekend in Port Elizabeth at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium.
That's right. Well, you competing for your spot on either Top Billing, Expresso or Afternoon Express, and it's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. PresenterSearchOn3.com. That's where all the details are at. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And of course, you know that Presenter Search on 3 auditions are kicking off nationwide this Sunday, the 25th of March, and that is at PE at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. So come on down, bring your friends along. I have to say, when I went to go and audition, we were a group of friends that shared a class together that went and auditioned together. It did. It's nice to have that moral support.
Oh, I love that, man. Of course, our title sponsor, MCCAFE, will be looking after you as well. Not that you need another reason to get down there, but relax, be yourself. You've got 15 seconds to make a great impression. So start working on those auditions now. We'll have more updates throughout the show, but thanks for joining us on our Human Rights Day.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, welcome back to the show. Now, in case you don't know it yet, this weekend is a biggie, and that's because Presenter Search on 3 is back and in full swing, and the first auditions kick off this Sunday, the 25th of March, in Port Elizabeth at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, and the gates will open at 8 a.m. sharp, so be there on time.
That's right, and all you have to do is to arrive at the venue and you register at the gate. If you've ever dreamed of being on TV, then this is your shot. Now, you can also visit presentersearchon3.com for all of the audition details and the list of venues for a city near you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This Sunday, the 25th of March, of course, it is Presenter Search on 3, the very first auditions happening in Port Elizabeth. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Look, it's going to be amazing. And we know that the queues are long. You know what, so have patience. But MCCAFE is the headline sponsor, so they're going to be there serving some fresh coffee as well and some delicious MCCAFE treats just to make the day memorable.
That's right. Doors open at 8 o'clock, close at 5. You can go there, register at the gate, and then, of course, wow the judges. Bring your friends, bring your family, because you're vying for a spot on either Expresso, Afternoon Express, or Top Billing.
Absolutely. More information available on the website presentersearchon3.com.
Come on.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, welcome back to the show. In case you don't know it yet, this weekend you need to mark your calendars because it's a biggie. Presenter Search on 3 is back and in full swing, and the first auditions kick off this Sunday, the 25th of March in Port Elizabeth at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, and the gates will open at 8 a.m. sharp. Now, all you have to do is arrive at the venue, register at the gate, and if you've ever dreamed of being on TV, then this is your shot. You can also visit presentersearchon3.com for all of the audition details and a list of venues for a city near you. Don't miss out on this opportunity.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You want to stay connected to the show. Why? Because we are giving you some tips, some hints, and of course all the info you need to know about Presenter Search on 3.
That's right, and these auditions are really it's an open door invitation for you to come in. It's a great way to get into the industry. And if you look at all of the past 10 presenter, you know, if you look at the Presenter Search history, people making the top 10, how well they've done in the industry.
Case
it
in
really
point.
is an open door.
Case in point. So don't forget to get down there, Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium this Sunday. Get there early because they're going to be thousands. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Very good morning, welcome back to the show. Happy Human Rights Day, South Africa. I hope you're commemorating this day and remembering why it certainly is. And of course, our wonderful Zolanene is doing the same. I mean, you're looking very proudly South African. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Listen, you look like you're right and ready to be in front of camera. And in fact, if you think that you are as well, you need to make your way to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium in Port Elizabeth on the 25th of March for the Presenter Search auditions. And the gates open at 8 a.m. Get there, register, give us your best audition. And who knows, you could be the next TV star on SABC3. Just like Zoe made it happen. Hey?
That's right.
Exactly.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Thank you, Leanne, on your Wednesday here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Human Rights Day, public holiday. Hope you are able to kind of still chill out in bed and take things nice and easy. But I hope you do that because you need rest. If for those of you who's going to be attending the Presenter Search on 3 auditions, starting off in Port Elizabeth this weekend at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. It's going to be amazing, dude. We know that breaking into the industry as a presenter is very, very difficult. And this is like the ultimate foot in the door.
If nothing else, it gives you a bit of an experience in that zone, which will give you the confidence to go out there and make it on your own, which you've got to do. But 25th is when you've got to get down to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Get there early. We saw last year with the last search, thousands of people are going to rock up, so make sure that you've got your audition down now. Practice in bed right now, wherever you are.
Make sure you prepare.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back on this Human Rights Day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hoping you are having a super chilled day and contemplating your future success and stardom in Presenter Search. It's kicking off, of course, this weekend, 25th of March, Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Get there and get there early, but it's happening Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg. Everybody gets an opportunity, and what an opportunity.
Absolutely, man. We've seen some greats coming out of the Presenter Search on 3. Simba Mere, sadly no longer with us. Half man, half amazing. He was brilliant. Jonathan Boynton-Lee. Of the last season, we had Jade Hubner, Zoe Brown, our very own Zoe Brown, and Danilo Acquisto as well. So this is really your chance to get a foot in the door and become that person that you always wanted to be and live out
someone
your
just
dream
fainted.
on
Someone
TV.
was like, oh my word, I can
the
become
excitement
famous.
is
And they
real.
passed
The
out.
excitement is real.
I love it, man. So make sure you get down and get down early. But right now, let's bring you up to speed with the latest news headlines.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. It's your Wednesday morning and gearing up for a very, very exciting weekend. Of course, we are talking Presenter Search on 3. We cannot wait to see some new talent emerging, Leanne.
You know what? We're opening up the industry, everybody. Now, this Sunday, the 25th of March in Port Elizabeth, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning and ending at 5, you have an opportunity to just rock up at the gates. Of course, you can register right at the gate, and then you have the opportunity to make your dreams come
Absolutely. This could be you. This could be you. Look how happy there is. There's fist bumps going around. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's queues. It's going to be
be that
amazing.
person
But there's
that
going to be
nobody knows.
MCCAFE, of course, the headline sponsor. Great coffee,
Yes.
great MCCAFE treats as well. That's up for grabs. They'll be circulating around as well, making sure that you live your best life and just be happy. So make sure you put your best foot forward, prepare your links, and go and wow the judges. It's amazing. So this weekend kicks off at Port Elizabeth at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Zola Nene also still hanging out with us, not only for Culinary Hotline, but she's also going to be sharing her presenter tips. And that is, of course, ahead of the auditions kicking off for Presenter Search on 3 in Port Elizabeth at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium on the 25th. Auditions start at 8 o'clock. Get there, register, and make sure that you wow the judges.
Yes, and if you need more information, just head on over to the website. That's presentersearchon3.com for more info.
That's
We'll
it.
see
If
you
all
after the
else
break.
fails, just wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle,
Just
wiggle.
wiggle.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. We really hope that you're having a fantastic Human Rights Day and enjoying your Feel Good Breakfast Show at the same time. But you know what? Things are going down in Port Elizabeth this weekend on the 25th of March. It's a Sunday. Why? The very first Presenter Search on 3 auditions is taking place.
That's right, and it's all taking place at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, so make sure you get there. Doors open at 8 a.m. Registration takes place at the venue. You don't have to do that online, and you have to be 18 years or older. So make sure you bring your friends, bring your family, bring your support system, but get them to audition too, and we will see you there. But for more information, just head on over to the website. That's presentersearchon3.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We totally did not just run all the way here just to make it on time for you. We absolutely did. Listen, it's very difficult for the Expresso family not to beam with pride when we speak about the name Zola Nene and the journey she's taken from being a kitchen cleaner. I'm joking. She used to be a food assistant on the show to becoming one of South Africa's most recognizable foodies. And today we get to sit down with her to see what we can learn from her, get some golden nuggets and some information, especially in light of Presenter Search on 3, the auditions that are starting this weekend in Port Elizabeth at 8 a.m. And Zola, I'm sure you can recognize that this is an exciting opportunity
Absolutely.
for youngsters out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually remember the year that Zoe was in.
Yeah.
And I was in one of the judging rooms, and she came in. She was wearing this baby blue. I'll never forget it. She was wearing this baby blue dress because she walked in and she was a star. She was wearing this baby blue flowy A-line dress, and I was like, whoa, who is this girl? And she was very shy, and she was like, no, 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 no. And I was like, yes, Zoe, yes.
So you called it.
I called it.
You called it. All right.
it.
Tell me, if you were to describe your journey from behind the scenes, so to speak, to in front of the camera.
Yes.
Give me a bit of a flow of that story.
So my journey in front of the camera started all the way back when I was a food assistant at Top Billing magazine.
Oh, wow.
So Amor was the editor at the time, and part of my studies, my culinary arts degree, because I specialize in food media, was a placement in the field that you were sort of specializing
Okay.
in, and
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
sort of magazine and
Yeah.
food styling, etc. So I worked there for about 6 months. Then after the 6 months, I decided, actually, I'm going to move to Joburg because my boyfriend at the time, this is so embarrassing. My boyfriend at the time was actually, had a huge job in Joburg, so I was going to move because I was like, rah, rah, boyfriend. And then I left Top Billing and I went to Joburg. And I was miserable in Joburg because I was very lonely. My friends were all here, my family was all here, and he was working all the time. So then I was like, actually, I'm going to come back. And I actually told Caitlin, here she is.
Over there we go.
And I was like, oh, friend, I think I'm going to come back, move back to Cape Town. Joburg's not working out for me. And it was at that time that Expresso was conceptualized. And they called me and they were like, oh, we're doing this new show. It hasn't been done in the country before. We've got food on the show. Would you like to come and be the food stylist on the show? And I was like, oh, how perfect. Awesome. Sign me up. So I came and with the intent of being behind the scenes. So doing what Nicole now, the food assistant, does.
Yes.
Arrange the chefs and write the recipes.
Still having to wake up at the
Still
crack of
working
dawn
crack of
every
dawn,
morning.
Exactly. And I was the only one in the food department back then. So I was happy doing the behind the scenes. I remember Lucian, the floor manager, actually, the first time he saw me, he was like, oh, the coffee station's dirty, because he thought I was like one of the cleaners. He's like, the coffee station's dirty. Could you sort that out? And I was like, hey, but who's this? anyway, so then I did that, and then for some reason, Patience came in the one day, and she was like, so I want you to do kids cooking. I want you to be in front of the camera. And I was like, oh, no. Not what I signed up for. I am behind the scenes. I do no. For about a month, I resisted. For a month, I was like, no, I'm not going to make a fool of myself. I'm not going to be on camera. Then eventually, the producer at the time, Jemima, she says, she's like, okay, Zola, stop being stubborn. Just do it and prove everyone wrong, okay? So that if you suck, then you suck and it's done. Then there's no ambiguity, so just do it. So I was like, fine, I'll do it just to prove everyone wrong because my attitude. And I did it the first time, and I haven't stopped since.
Wow.
And
I'm sure it's blossomed into so many different opportunities that you are
Absolutely,
loving right now. You're living your dream.
Absolutely. The fact that Patience saw that in me and saw something in me that made her feel like I needed to, you know, that was part of my talent. Where you find that picture?
We found it. We've been scouring. Listen, what advice do you have for the people going to the auditions on Presenter Search?
Just do your best. Just be you. I think that people connect with somebody if they're completely themselves.
Yeah.
Also, doing something like this, you can't actually fake who you are for very long because it becomes your everyday, it becomes your life. And people are drawn to the real, honest you. So don't try to imitate anyone. Don't try to be somebody else. Just go out there and be yourself, your authentic self, and that's what will give you the opportunities that you deserve.
I've just found my favorite picture of you.
Really?
Slay them!
Oh,
Yes,
God,
queen,
it's so
yes. Listen,
embarrassing.
you heard it from Zola first here, right on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The opportunity for anyone who believes that they've got it to take that chance and shine and flourish. Now, for all of those of you in PE, don't forget the audition at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium this Sunday for your chance to be an SABC3 presenter. You could be the one.
Oh, Zola Nene.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, welcome back to the show. It's a Wednesday morning. If you're looking at this big screen over here, very important details, especially if you're going to be in Port Elizabeth this coming weekend, the 25th of March, because Presenter Search on 3. The auditions start at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, and of course, all the other venues are there too for you to keep note of.
That's right. And gates open at 8 a.m. And don't worry, our headline sponsor, MCCAFE, they will be serving delicious coffee and also some MCCAFE treats for those standing in line. So make sure you bring your friends and your family and everyone audition.
Can I just say, I love that Ewan said, and you can be like this girl too.
You can be like that
She's
girl.
famous now too.
What does that mean?
You could be
She's
too.
excited.
Oh, my word.